Hey everyone, I'm Danny and welcome to Wizardry Workshop. Valentine's Day, which is also my birthday, is coming up very soon, and I thought it would be really cool to do a love potion. For this one, I was very inspired by the Weasley's twins love potion. It's not exactly the same, it's not a replica of that, but it is similar. I've designed my own label, so you can go ahead and download that for free in the description box. Print that out. You can do that on sticker paper or regular paper. I also have some of these love potion labels I designed on my Etsy shop. They're already on sticker paper and already cut, so all you have to do is peel them off and stick them on the bottle if you'd rather have it printed and prepared and just ready to go for you. If you're going to do that, I would say order very quickly because it's probably going to take at least 3-4 days for it to reach you. With all that out of the way, go ahead and check out the description box below for a list of all the supplies you're going to need to make this DIY, as well as the free downloadable templates. And let's get started. First off, we're going to need one of these heart-shaped potion bottles, but I wanted to do something cooler with the cork. So I found this kind of like rose, but like transparent pink. It's actually a knob, like for like a dresser drawer or something like that. And it has this big long screw on there. So I didn't want the screw on it because my idea was to screw it through here, but I didn't want like all that screw poking into the bottle. I actually cut it down smaller with my Dremel. I didn't get to record that part because I did that outside, and I just don't have any equipment out there right now for recording. But yeah, I just cut it down with a Dremel. You can also do it with saw. There are different ways to cut a screw, so just look that up if you need to cut your screw down if yours is too long like mine was. But you could use any cool looking knob that you want if you find one that you like better than this. I'm clearly not using precise measurements, but I'm just gonna put like just a little dot somewhere near the center of that cork, and that is just gonna help me when I take this knob and start screwing it on top of that cork. That dot is just going to be sort of like a reference point for where around the center of that cork is. I suppose you could like put a hole in it first and then screw through the hole. That might be better, but this also works. And there we go. You can sort of peel off that extra cork from the bottom if the screw comes through a little bit. And so there is our new and improved cork, which we're going to just put right here on top of the bottle. It already makes the bottle look a lot more love potion-y. I suppose next we can go ahead and put the love potion label printable onto our bottle. Just get that out of the way. I printed mine on sticker paper, and then I used my Cricut to cut the shape out. So these are just going to be peel and stick stickers. And then I also have a template that doesn't have the like extra print around the edges. If you're cutting out with scissors, you can do it that way, and it's just like the shape of the heart. And just get it as centered as possible onto your bottle, and there is the label. Next, we're going to need something that looks really cool to go inside the potion. This is not going to be an actual drinkable potion, obviously. If you wanted to, I suppose you could skip this step and put something drinkable in it, but in that case, you might not want to screw through the cork like that, because you might get little cork pieces in it. Anyways, we're just going to be using some water, and I'm going to pre-mix it in this cup just so that I know it's going to look right before I put it in the bottle. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of red food coloring just to give it a little bit of a pinkish tint. This is just a paintbrush which I'm using to mix it up. There, it's actually more like a purplish, so that works perfectly. And then the magic ingredient is this eye candy Baku red mica powder. So we'll open this up, and you want to do it carefully because this stuff is like super fine. It will get on everything if you're not careful. So I'm going to do this very carefully. I have a quarter teaspoon right here, and I'm just going to do like a very small quarter teaspoon of mica powder into the liquid. And then I'm going to stir it up right here. Let's see how well you can see this. It's going to look even better in the bottle, but you can see that really cool cloudy shimmeriness. I'll put down a rag before I pour any of this because I don't want to make a mess. And I'm going to do it very carefully. In fact, it would be better if you had a funnel to pour this through, but I do not. And I'm just going to carefully pour this into my potion bottle. Yeah, so this is about enough for 2 potions probably. I'm also going to hold the cork in pretty tight and give it a little shake just to see if that shimmer is how I like it or where I want it to be. And yeah, that looks really cool. And now we need to seal the cork on the bottle. So to do that, I'm using Bondic. I love this stuff. I am partnered with Bondic. I have a discount code for this in the description box and also in the pinned comment. So Bondic is liquid plastic that never hardens until you hit it with a UV light. So I'm going to seal this with Bondic. I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit around the cork as if this were glue. And then I'm just going to hit it with this UV light for about 4 seconds all the way around on each side. And that's all it takes. And then the Bondic should have hardened, and then it should be sealed basically like a nice plastic seal all the way around the cork. That should be all sealed up, so it's probably not going to leak. And most of the time this is just going to be sitting as display anyway, so you don't really need to worry. However, when you shake it up, I would suggest keeping a finger on the top just because it's a little heavy and you wouldn't want that Bondic seal to break and stuff get everywhere. And the final little touch we're going to do is a little tassel. I got a purple one, but you could use a pink one or whatever you want. We're going to have a tassel on here. To attach it, I'm going to use this kind of shiny burgundy ribbon. I thought that would look pretty cool on here. So we'll cut off a little length of that. The tassel will then go onto the ribbon like this. I kind of want my tassel to be sort of like not in the very front, but off to the side, but closer to the front like this. So I'll hold that there and I will just kind of tightly wrap this ribbon around. I'm going to tie the ribbon off in the back. So that's going to be like the part you don't really see very much. If you wanted to, you could try to tuck it in underneath the rest of the ribbon, or you can just trim it down. I'm just going to trim mine down. And you can barely see where I did that right here, the little knot. It's hardly visible at all. So here is a look at the final love potion. If I shake it up, there's that shimmery, magical stuff on the inside. It just looks so great. I think this came out looking really cool. It'll look great on a potion shelf, and it's a perfect gift on Valentine's Day. If you've made it all the way to the end of the video with me, you're a wizard, Harry. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and while you're down there, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for more Harry Potter DIYs. Leave me a comment, let me know what you guys thought of this love potion DIY. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you in the next one.